You are now tuned into the Making a Change Group's Community Report every Thursday at 10 a.m. on Facebook, YouTube, and CMPRadio.net's platform. Making a Change Group is dedicated to empowering youth, strengthening families, and serving as a community connector for the city of Chester and Delaware County. Thank you for tuning in.
Hey, good morning, Making a Change Group family. It's Michelle Jackson from Making a Change from our administrative offices here in Chester, PA. We have got a dynamic show for you guys today. We are going to be talking everything Level Up Festival. We've got some additional details. We want to give folks the information so you can get everything that you need to be ready to rock with us on Sunday. We also have some of our amazing vendors that are here to talk about some of the programming that they're and the resources that they're bringing to the Level Up Festival on Sunday at Chester Park. So let's get these announcements out of the way. Like we just said, the big show this Sunday is the Level Up Festival with Making a Change Group. So we are going to be at Chester Park from 3 to 7 p.m. on this Sunday, July 31st. We will have vendors, food, activities. We're going to have face painting for the kids, pony rides. We're going to have water ice, food, and all types of programming, not just for our little ones. We're going to have something for every age group, teenagers, young adults, and families. So definitely come out. Big Bars Water Ice is sponsoring our water ice. And of course, DJ Corey the One is going to be the DJ in the house. We're going to have a community kickball game at 6 p.m. that everyone is invited to participate in. So definitely give us a call or go to our website so that you can get registered. Special gifts and perks for everyone that's able to register before the registration closes. So make sure you get with Making a Change Group today to take care of that. Let's Skate in the Park. Our next skate date is July 30th, 2022. That is the day before the Level Up Festival in Chester Park from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Chester Park, going through the main entrance at the 2500 block of Edgemont Avenue. Free skates or skates will be available as supplies last. Now, they are not free to take home, but they are free to use while you're there from 11 to 1. There'll be a moon bounce and characters provided by Kids Caters. That is going to be for the younger kids that aren't able to skate, but grown-ups, teenagers, young adults, come out. Let's get skating in the park on July 30th. Immaculata University is offering a tech camp, and this is for all Chester Upland School District rising sophomores and juniors. So anyone that is in the Chester Upland School District that is a rising sophomore, 10th grade and junior 11th grade, Immaculata College Tech Camp is being hosted between August 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And this is from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. You're invited to learn about computer programming, using microprocessors, and creating animated cartoons. Now, microprocessors are the chips that go in everything from cars to cell phones to computers to machinery. Every electronic device uses some type of microprocessor. So here's the opportunity for our young people to learn about how they work, how to create them, and then how to use them for an upcoming career. That's Wednesday, August 3rd, 4th, and 5th from 9 to 3. On Wednesday, 9 to 3 on Thursday, and 9 to 12 on Friday. Lunch, transportation, and all tech materials are provided. So definitely make sure you take advantage of this. To register, you want to contact Dr. Khalid Sutton at ksutton, SUTTON, at chesteruplandsd, as in diamond.org. Or you can call 610-447-3600, extension 3105. Pictures of Peace is an afternoon of fun, laughs, good times with arts and crafts and light refreshments. there's also going to be a conversation centered around Chester. That's going to be hosted on Saturday, the 30th, between 12 and 4. And that's going to be at 703 Central Avenue. Any questions? It's going to be at Chester Community Coalition. They're hosting it, Pictures of Peace. So you'll be able to do tons of arts and crafts. For any questions, you want to email Janiah, JANYIAH, at chestercoalition.org, O-R-G. All right, folks. So we've got tons of things happening this weekend. The biggest thing that's happening that everybody needs to get on top of is the Level Up Festival. And that's going to be held, it's hosted by us, Making a Change Group. And it is going to be held at Chester Park, right at the main entrance, right at 2500 Edgemont Avenue. Come right through there. You'll see our registration desk. Go there, get all the information that you need, so you'll be able to be a part of this wonderful community event. We're going to have music. We're going to have activities for our families. So for our adults, our young adults, teenagers, there's going to be jujitsu. There's going to be learning how to garden, for all ages. We're going to have face painting and horseback rides and all that for the kids. But there's going to be so many other things that you're going to be able to learn and take advantage of. So I want to introduce you guys to some of our wonderful vendors that are taking part in this event on Sunday. So of course, we've got our Making a Change Group staff, Mr. Richard Bender, who's our case manager at G-Vine. Say hi to everybody, Mr. Richard.
Good morning, Chester.
And then we have a couple of our wonderful vendors, some that you're going to recognize from the community. Chef Lamont, who everybody knows and loves. And then Miss Cedria Colvin. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that properly, but these guys, I'm going to give you an opportunity to meet with them, talk with them briefly, so you can find out what they're bringing to our community on Sunday. Ms. Colvin, you want to get started?
All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me, Michelle and Richard. I appreciate this opportunity. I'm looking forward to Sunday. And as I was there, Michelle, I'm like, oh, wait, I guess I should bring my children because it's going to be family. So I'm going to bring my husband and he'll bring the kids so he can take them. It's multiple ways to say my name. You can say Cedria or Cedria. Fine. I'm named after my father. His name is Cedric. So drop the C, add an A, and that's me. So I will be representing Primerica. That's the company I'm a licensed financial professional with. I'm super excited to be able to talk to the community about what we do, helping families get adequate insurance protection, helping them to invest for the future, whether it's for their retirement, children's college needs, and so on and so forth.
That sounds awesome. And we actually got an opportunity to talk really briefly. And one of the things that stuck with me is that you are really concerned about one of the benefits of your business is that you get to help people really think about the future. And that is critical. Hold on one second. Chef Lamont, can you mute Chef Lamont? We trying to learn about money here. That's what I'm saying. Somebody text them. But one of the things that I just took from our conversation is that you really enjoy being able to help families think further into their future and manage what they have and be able to prepare for what life has coming. So talk a little bit about what that means to you and what that looks like for you and your family, or maybe even your own experience.
Yes, absolutely. Well, for starters, I was a single mom when I got licensed. So when I was exposed to this information, I was absolutely blown away because I was like, we don't really talk about this in our African American community. Me growing up, I grew up in the hood, but, I didn't want to be a product of my environment. So I decided to go to college. And then somewhere down the line, I got connected with this awesome opportunity. And I just took a step back and thought wow, oftentimes in our community, from my personal experience, we talked about the latest pocketbooks, the latest clothes, keeping up with the Joneses. I'm kind of showing my age. Y'all know that phrase, right? And that's what it was all about. It wasn't about saving and investing, and I will watch people. I used to work for the airlines at one point. I used to watch others in other communities traveling, flying places, and they weren't wearing the latest this and latest that. Their children had regular shoes, the character shoes, and I believe that they were using their money to be able to give their kids a certain type of lifestyle, that some of our children hadn't had the opportunity to even experience just leaving our community. And oftentimes when it comes to saving money, listen, we plan more for birthday parties, weddings, vacations than we do our financial future. And when it comes to life insurance, listen, we know our birth date, but we do not know our death date. And we take for granted every day that we have to be able to get something in place. And some people just don't plan. Like you talked about personal experience. Listen, I have several family members, that passed away either with no life insurance or not enough life insurance. And for myself as a licensed representative, that was very, very disturbing. I'm not going to get too deep into it because I might get emotional about it, because like I'm talking about within the last couple of years, seeing people in my personal family who didn't have those things in place. And I just want to make sure that doesn't happen to someone else.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that everyone can pull on an experience where we've had to pull together as a family in order to make sure that we can help our loved ones transition, because you're right. Nobody knows when they're going to need those type of services, but it costs money. And from my experience, it may not even be that my family or family members were trying to keep up with the Joneses, but sometimes I know that we don't always think we can afford those things. It seems like a luxury. If you are budgeting your money and you don't see how it can happen, then it just seems like it's unattainable. So what I'm hoping to see on Sunday is you being able to connect with our neighbors, our friends, our family, and just put a real face and give it real words to explain what the process could look like. Because, you're right. We don't think about it enough until there's some type of tragedy. And then a lot of times it's too late. And we have all been, whether it's been our family in particular, but loved ones in particular, that we've had to do GoFundMe. GoFundMe is like the new thing. But even if you don't do GoFundMe, where the family all has to pull together and find resources from other places, which a lot of times leaves families in a deficit. And that's the worst place to be in a time of trauma. What you don't want to do is come out of that 2, 3, 4 weeks later in a financial deficit, because then that doesn't allow you the proper time to like grieve or plan or, all those other things that need to happen. It's right back to work, right back to the grind. And that makes it even worse.
Absolutely. And it's very affordable. You said one thing that, I hear from time to time, people feel like they can't afford life insurance. You could get a plan $1 a day. That's the worst case scenario. You're just trying to be able to lay someone to rest, whether it's burial, whether it's cremation. But if you really want to get something, like from my personal experience, what I had to take a step back is to realize that I can't afford it. Because there was a period of time where I felt like I couldn't afford it. But then I realized that, okay, I will go to Wendy's. I will go to Chick-fil-A. We're eating our life insurance. I realized that we are literally eating our life insurance, because if you're going out and you're not like really cooking all at home, you can afford it. If you're buying something that's not a necessity, you can afford life insurance.
I could tell you one of the things that I really, really appreciated you saying is there was definitely an age where your perspective changed and you realize, that the fashion and these things are nice to have. And I think, Black and brown communities are definitely brought up to look at these things because they're like a symbol of us. They're like a status in a sense. If I got the newest Jordans, if I got the newest this and that. And I definitely noticed this now I have teenagers now. I have one who's almost getting ready to go to college soon. She's going to graduate hopefully this year. And then my little boy's following right, well, not my little boy, but my teenage boy's following right after his sister. And they're both working now and they're looking at cars and they understand that now we're starting to really have this financial literacy discussion about, You know, it's not as easy as buying a car. You need to have this. You need to have that. Well, Pop, how do I do this? How about colleges coming up? So now this is a discussion we're having more as a family that I wish my family would have had more of with me so that I can be prepared for the future. So now I think I'm gearing my son and daughter with this type of perspective, changing your perspective on how you spend your money. But as I'm working with young men and women in this community, I'm actually really surprised how much want to be entrepreneurs, but there's still a lot to go up. Like just wanting to start your business, that's commendable, but understanding the logistics and this and that. So I think what you're saying is so vastly important. And, you know, having an avenue for these young people to come to and maybe ask questions or so if you can give a piece of advice to any young entrepreneur or a young person who's about to do something and make a change for their life, if you could give that one tip, what would it be, financial literacy tip that you would give?
Yes. Well, the one financial tip, it would depend on if they have kids. But if they don't have children, I definitely would say save money because one day money will save you. I remember I was able to speak to the staff at elementary school, and I met a woman who was in her senior years. When I sat down and shared with her the information, she said, I wish I had this information. This lady had to continue to work in her senior years because she didn't save for retirement. So that was like, it was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking. And then if you are a parent, you know, the best time to get life insurance, the younger you are, life insurance is based on age and health. You know, I was a young mom at 22. So it's important to get it as soon as you become a parent. It's not always about death, you know, because like I said, it's based on age and health. So people wait because I'm young, you thinking nothing's going to happen, but your health can change. And that can either make you uninsurable, meaning you can't qualify for life insurance, or it can make it it costs be more expensive for you. So that would be my advice.
Yeah, and our family has had that experience where someone waited and then became uninsurable. So then we can't make any arrangements. But the other part of financial literacy, thank you so much for reminding everyone to save, is investments. Because one of the biggest parts of wealth building is investments. It's, you know, understanding what that looks like, putting, you know, some of the food that we're eating, like you said, into that pot, it makes a big difference. So I'm hoping that, you know, you'll be able to share some of that information and that wisdom as well with families and have ongoing conversations with some of our neighbors and our friends and our family about that part of your business.
Yes, absolutely. And I'll have some literature, some brochures for people to take with them. You know, I will be scheduling on the spot consultations, a free consultation. I can sit down and give you some information, no cost or obligation. Sometimes it's just important to get information. That way, you know what to do, where to go, and you can keep it as a resource.
Absolutely. Are all, you know, one of Making a Change Group's biggest overarching missions is to give back to our community, but to make our community, to give to our community, not just give back, but to give to our community. So you being there is really important because it addresses needs in our community that we don't always think about. That leads me right into Chef Lamont. Now, for everyone in Chester, if you know anything about our community, you recognize Chef Lamont because Chef Lamont is a person that gives to the community. I don't know where he gets it from. I don't know. Sometimes he just is making miracles out of, I don't know where he gets all the energy, all the ideas, all that stuff that he gets. But he not only serves our community, but he serves communities across this country that are in trouble. So we're so proud to have him partnering with Making a Change Group on Sunday. We can hear you, Chef. So we're excited to have him be a part of Level Up. He's worked with Making a Change Group multiple times, but he's going to be the head chef in charge of our food services on Sunday. So, Chef, can you hear us? He can't hear.
It looks like he's having difficulty hearing.
Why don't you go? I'm gonna try to call him real quick. Oh, I think he's gonna go out and come back.
Okay.
So, Richard, you and you had mentioned one thing that talked about with your young people that I think Cedra, is it Cedria or Cedra?
You can say Cedria.
How do you say it?
It's the funny part is I pronounce it Cedria.
Cedria.
My husband pointed out that my parents say Cedria. So either way is fine.
Cedria.
We're gonna say Cedria.
Just don't add NK subtract letters. It's all good.
We're gonna say Cedria.
Yeah.
But one of the things that you pointed out, Richard. Okay, Chef Lamont is back online. All right, remind me to come back to that, Richard.
Yes,
what I was saying, Chef, is that we're at Making a Change group gives to our community. Not give back. We give to our community. So it's really important to have someone like Miss Cedria, and who's interested in helping the community, and you as well, because you just give to not just this community but other communities. So we wanted to have you introduce yourself and then talk about some of the things that you feel like you're bringing to your community with all of your activities with young people, older people, homeless people. So take it away, Chef.
Okay, well, I'm Chef Lamont, born and raised here, class of 88.
Woo, which is the best class. Just so everybody knows. I'm just here to let everybody know. Okay, go ahead.
So, I really started getting involved with the community. I think it started around 2008, where I started Super Saturdays. I was working at the VA hospital, and when I would get off at work, I would see people eating out the garbage can, and it really bothered me because I knew I was going home to a warm bed, or I can go in the refrigerator and get whatever I want to eat, and it kind of bothered me. And I remember old scripture says that how can you go to bed full when you know your neighbor is hungry? And that stuck with me. So from then on, I would bring sandwiches home and drinks and just pass them on the platform because that's where I seen the homeless at. I said, well, there's something more I can do. Mm-hmm. Super Saturdays first started off as breakfast. I would start cooking breakfast over at the Chester Transportation Center, but not a lot of people were coming. So I switched it up and started serving soup. And I would feed like from 20 to 30 people on Saturday. And it would like turn into like a big thing over there. Like I had the music playing, people would stop and they would start dancing, they would talk. And I took their mind off their troubles for that 1 or 2 hours that I was there. And now you didn't have to be a person without a home to enjoy the soup or the tea. Anyone who was there, if you stayed out till you were cold, you was welcome to get a hug on the inside. And that's what I did.
And you have
so
done
for
that.
Now.
And you
Yes.
have done that. You've done that for years.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So now, I traveled to disaster zones. Like there was a bad hurricane in Louisiana last, I think it was October. I went to Louisiana and went to different areas of New Orleans to give out supplies. Like I loaded my bus up for donations from people from near and far, far and wide. And I drove to New Orleans and I gave out to a church and a homeless shelter to help those who are in need. And then I went to a neighborhood where I met up a friend of mine who's a DJ, and we made cheesesteaks in the neighborhood, and they never had them before. So I made cheesesteaks right there in New Orleans in the Chantilly section.
Wow.
And they enjoyed themselves. And then about maybe 6 months later, there was a bad tornado in Mayfield, Kentucky. You might have seen on CNN where the young lady was trapped in the candle factory and she called to get help. Well, I actually met her. And I stayed there for like a weekend and once again gave out supplies and made sure people were, helped. Toys, everything for the children. So I try to get involved with the community because I'm a disabled veteran. And even though my enlistment ended in the military, my oath to the country didn't. That never have an expiration date.
Yeah.
So I don't mind helping out in the community. I do a lot of things for the kids. Sometimes I bring the water slide out, let the kids play, to run around. I try to tell the parents, look, bring your children out and let them burn off their energy. You'll thank me later.
Yeah.
Because they're sitting there in the house and you're annoyed because the kids are there. Let them run around and play. Because after 2 or 3 hours clamping up there down that water slide, they're going to be tired.
Oh, yeah. 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 Good and tired. Good and tired. But the other things that Chef Lamont isn't talking about is he and his friend have been cleaning up a local park area for years on their own, just managing it, keeping the grass down, making sure that it was, as safe as they could with under their own strength for young people, the community to be able to use it. He does, he does things in his neighborhood. He's a block captain. He does things in his neighborhood for the kids regularly. He does camps for the kids in different parts of the city. He does pancake in the parks. He does feeding for our seniors. He's involved. He's worked with Making a Change group multiple times, just being present and just bridging the gap between, folks who might be homeless or displaced and food services, just constantly being present, and then just accepting everyone with open arms. So that to us, we talked about, he was one of the men in the community that we talked about for Father's Day, but it's, if you go through a list of all the things that he does and makes sure and brings people together with, it is just really, really, really awesome to be able to work with people hand in hand with people who are concerned about the community like that. Who take their commitment to the community and our country, as seriously. So we appreciate you, sir. And thank you for your service.
Thank y'all. Always on standby.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Chef Lamar. That's what I wanted to say, man. I wanted to say thank you for your service and your continued service. It seems like you continue to serve people in this country. One of the things that I love to hear both our guests say is, and it's a lesson for me, is observation. You seen somebody, going through some tough times. They were eating out of, some places they didn't have to eat from, and you provided something for them. And that encouraged me to continue providing the services that, we at Making a Change provide. But I think one of the important things I've heard from both my guests is that point to be observant and be aware and be willing to take action. That's the biggest thing, is be willing to take action. And these are amazing success stories in many ways, very heart touching to hear these things. So I just wanted to thank you for that. And I'm actually decided to, meet you at level 1. I haven't met you yet. I'm new to Making a Change, but I would love to meet you and hear a little bit more and see how maybe, I can help out with some of those things. But amazing stuff.
Yeah, the other thing too, you just mentioned, is being able to observe a problem, like a need. So, Cedria, Miss Colvin. Can we say Miss Colvin? Let's do that. Miss Colvin, you noticed a need in your life that connected to other people. And so you took the action to be able to find an answer, and you're willing to share that with people. Same thing with Chef Lamont. You saw the need, and then you provided something that connected to so many other people. Those are the examples that we want to show to our young people. So, I want more Miss Colvins. I want more Chef Lamonts. I want the young people that you serve or the families that you affect to want to replicate what we're seeing in you guys. So that is like the most important thing I believe that we're going to see out of this Sunday, our Level Up. The Level Up Festival is all about bringing everybody to a different level. And if that means being exposed to you, Miss Colvin, and learning about finance, and then a young person saying, or a young person, a teenager saying, if she can do that, maybe I can do that. Maybe she can teach me about what she's doing with finances and, you know, family security and setting that up so they can replicate that. Same thing with Chef Lamont. You know, sometimes we become you become so popular, so well known in the community that people don't always think that they can connect with you on that level and do what you're doing. And that's what Sunday's about, is allowing people to connect with us and say, do you want to? I mean, this man is a chef. He's cooked for hundreds of people at one time, every single day, thousands of people every single day. He's feeding them. He knows how to, and that's not just cooking a meal. It's calculating what you need, the supplies you need to buy, how many supplies you need to buy, what that's look like, transporting that. That takes math, that takes averages, that takes all kinds of planning. So to have a young person say, not only is he able to give back, like he's doing great things, but he knows a lot. Like I would love to see someone want to be that and have Chef Lamont be able to mentor someone to replicate yourselves. That's what I think Level Up does, is you taking yourself to another level and then being able to replicate yourself with someone else so that they then can have that financial freedom that you talk about, Ms. Colvin, and, you know, have the freedom that you have, Chef Lamont, because you have to be financially free in order to be able to get supplies and take them to not just around the corner, but you take them to Kentucky. Like that takes a certain amount of financial independence. So being able to raise people to a different level is not just so that we can all be wealthy and buy more things. It's so that we can give back, you know, give to our communities and teach other people to do the same. So, you know, hats off to both.
Yes.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And someone can get licensed as young as 18, you know, so they can learn the ropes. We can teach them from scratch. No, my 4-year degree is in sociology/anthropology and minor in French. So I was not into finance at all. No, you don't need to be a math whiz. So that's something that I can to do is, you know, mentor a young adult, like, and help them to, you know, get in the industry. Like, and on average in our industry, you know, a licensed financial professional is like, you know, 50 and above. But, you know, we wanted to make that statistic go down as far as younger people, because we need people to continue on to help this new generation that's coming up, new generations.
Right. And I think it's easier to relate, especially sharing private things or things that can be considered private with someone who looks like you and sounds like you. Sometimes it might be intimidating for someone in their 20s, early 20s, to talk to somebody in their 50s who's already established about their finances. You know, but if somebody 20, 30 comes along and some talking to me and I'm in my early 20s, then they're going to relate a little bit better to me. Well, not relate, but they'll know what I'm going through at least and be able to have the conversation. If somebody said to me, when I was in my early 20s, you're eating your life insurance, you're eating your financial wealth, like, I think I would have caught that a little quicker than somebody coming at me with whole charts of numbers and all that other stuff, you know? Yeah, so I think it's easier to receive too when it's coming from somebody, you know, somebody who looks and sounds like us. Yeah, awesome. Absolutely.
They don't have money management class anymore at HSI?
They have, it's not called money management, it's called life skills class, and they usually get it in 12th grade. A lot of the school districts do it in 12th grade. There are tons of organizations in this city that offer money management, financial literacy. Making a Change Group is offering classes to families all through the month of August for those things. But there's so many organizations that offer it, and unfortunately they're usually under attended because I don't know why. And maybe it's because families may not be aware of it, but that's another reason to come out to Level Up, because we'll have organizations that are doing the same exact thing. That's why Ms. Colvin is going to be there, so she can, you know, grab people and say, hey, come over here. Let me talk to you about your family's financial future. You know, there'll be other organizations there. We'll have information about the classes that we're offering all throughout August. And these are free weekly classes for whole families to learn how to manage, to increase their income, to manage the income they have, to invest in all those things. So just another reason to come out to Level Up on Sunday from 3 to 7.
Yeah, I think part of it could, aside from not knowing, I think it could be there's a percentage of people that could feel maybe intimidated or embarrassed, about being able to get that information. And there's nothing to get embarrassed about, because when you look at these other communities, they're getting this information from their parents. It's being passed down generationally. So the fact that we have these resources, as you just shared, I would encourage everybody to take advantage of it. That's just it's just gonna help future generations be better.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think they should bring.
Go ahead, Chef.
I think they should bring back the vocational educational training that we had in '88. The VOTEC had all those classes there. If you took those classes for 4 years, at the end of that 4th year, you were certified to do these jobs: carpentry, electronics, electrical construction, cosmetology, food service, distributor education. All these things are taken out of our schools, and all our kids are thinking that we have left to do is pick up a microphone and run with a basketball.
Well, see, this
but
is
no
the
plan
thing.
B.
But
So
this
we
is
need those.
You're right, Chef. We need all of that, but we attended the State of the District meeting last Thursday. Thursday before last, because we had the superintendent on, that Thursday, and it was that day. And there are vocational classes that are available at the high school. The community largely thinks that there aren't. Now, yes, the district needs to add more, and they're working on that. But we do have vocational classes over there. It's just that somehow the disconnect is happening where our community isn't aware of what is available, so it's not being taken care of. So if that means that the district needs to advertise it more and share out in different ways, so that the community can know what's happening and what's available. I don't care if it's 2, 3, 4 vocational options. The entire community needs to know that so that they can make the choices, like you said, Chef. And then when new additions get made, the demand has to be put on the district and the rest of our community to add more to that so that it's more robust, so that our young people and families can take advantage of it as well in that way. So there is some that more people need to know about, and there needs to be more so that there can be more people being able to benefit from vocational education. Absolutely.
I only know of auto mechanics. That's all I know is there right now. Only auto mechanics.
No, there's like 2 or 3 other vocational classes that are available. But again, if the community doesn't know about it, then it's like you could have $1 million in a bucket, but if you don't look in the bucket, you don't know. Like, if you don't know it's there. So it takes communication on both sides. The district's got to publicize it more, got to put it out there more. Educate the young people so they can educate their families, their parents when they go home. And then there just has to be more of it. So I think we're on the right track. I think that the Level Up Festival on Sunday from 3 to 7 at Chester Park is going to provide everybody who wants to know about this good stuff. They'll be able to find it out, because we'll have Ms. Colvin, we'll have Chef Lamont, and we'll have a ton of other vendors there that are ready to just pour out information to young people and their families. So I am going to encourage everyone to come out on Sunday, where we start at 3, we go until 6, and then we'll have a community kickball game that even you, Ms. Colvin, your husband, your children, everybody's invited to be a part of. That starts at 6, and we'll do that from 6 to 7. So, but we're going to have tons of things going on. So before we rock out, Ms. Colvin, Chef Lamont, anything else you want to add? Anything else you want to contribute before we sign off for today?
I just want to say that I'm excited. I'm more excited about being one of the vendors, hearing everything Michelle had to share. Chef Lamont, he's definitely an inspiration, very heartfelt things that he's done for the community. I'm like blown away, and I'm ready to bust a grub, Chef Lamont.
Yeah.
listen, I'm small, but I ain't afraid to eat. Ain't no shame in my game. So I'm looking forward to it. I know it's going to be an awesome event, and I can't wait to meet you all in person.
Awesome. All right. Gio's on too. There's our guy Gio.
Okay.
What words of wisdom you got for Gio?
Come out and enjoy the free festivities this weekend. It's going to be enjoyable. Bring your family out.
Everybody, bring your families. Chef Lamont, any closing comments? Anything we need to get ready for?
Yes, September 3rd is my annual back to school jammy jam. We're gonna give out school supplies. I'm gonna have my water slide out for the kids. Hot dogs, hamburgers, music, and also I'm gonna have the new water ice company on 9th and Chestnut.
Knife and Chestnut?
I think it's 9th and Chestnut.
On the east side.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm going to hire him for that day to give out free water rights for the kids. It's a new Black-owned business, so I'm trying to support them as I support the neighborhood. Awesome. So come on now. It's going to start from 12, and it's going to end around 8. Keyword, 12 to 8, so the kids can run around play. Also, I'm selling $10 raffle tickets for a chance to win a laptop for a boy and a girl. So there'll be a boy to win one and a girl to win one. So please buy your raffle tickets, because these events that I host a lot of it out of my own pocket, like 99% of it. But your donations that you send me will help me provide these free services for the community. So any donation is a good donation, because your donations help me keep these events free.
That's awesome. And where's that going to be, Chef?
That'll be located at 5th and Pendle Street at the old Lamoka Street train station stop, the old SEPTA stop.
Okay. All right, cool. That sounds great. Richard, you got anything to close us out with?
I just think this level 1 is going to be amazing. Not only are we going to have fun, but there's a safe space for those who want to be educated on financial literacy and some other things. Ms. Colvin's going to be there. What a great resource to have from the community. You know, she's going to present this information for those who might feel like this is overwhelming in a safe and fun environment. Chef Lamont bringing the food, the energy, and that love that he's sharing. I mean, I'm blown away by this. I kind of want to learn more. But something he said that he said, I bring the food, not just the food, but I set the tone for. I mean, I give the space for everybody just to enjoy and have fun. And he said they forget about the troubles, and that's what level 1 is. Come out, get educated, forget about your troubles, get your belly full, have fun, and this is just it is what it is. It's level up.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna learn lots of things. We got somebody coming out to teach us how to garden, which isn't just for flowers. It's to be able to have a sustainable food source for all of us. That right there leads to our financial independence. That's a part of financial literacy, being able to find sustainable ways to reduce the money that you need to spend out and increase the quality of your food. So there's going to be that. We're going to, of course, fund face painting and things like that, but tons of other resources that everybody need to know what's going on in your city, know what's going on in your community, so that you can know where to go, get the resources that you need and you want for your family. So thank you guys for coming on, Ms. Colvin, Chef Lamont, Gio, and Richard. Thank you guys for showing up as always, and we will see you on Sunday. Bye.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A wonderful day in the neighborhood. Could you?